All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 1101. That's right, 1101 times we have sat here and said, welcome to the Studying Brew. And I just like, as always, I want to give a moment of gratitude. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to all the people who do watch on the replays on YouTube, Patreon, and all the great places we have it. We've got quite a bit of people on the replays. Thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring.
That's what I hear.
And I just want to say thank you because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here, wherever that is. But I'll tell you this, you made the right choice. You know why? Because being committed, being disciplined, and being consistent are the three elements of getting anything done. That's just the three elements of getting anything done and getting a pass notice. And that's what we're here to talk about is getting a pass notice. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs KonaButterflyz in the back office, but you're not here for me or my talking. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know from coast to coast to island. Yeah, all the way out. Hey,
Right.
we had a viewer in Guam the other day.
That's super
We
rad.
had a viewer in Guam and Puerto Rico. Uh, we're even in the territories. That's pretty awesome. So welcome to all the people on here and wanting to get to know us. All right, tonight, Brandy, it is the Serious Six. That means we're going to go over 6 questions.
A serious face.
Is that your serious face? It's almost the same as your sour face. 6 questions.
I can't do it.
You can't even do it. 6 questions, 6 different exams, 6 answers, a little bit of technique. Well, probably more technique than content.
Yes.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, how do you pass like the Series 65, for instance? Right?
Yes.
Do you go read the LEMs?
No.
No. We have a rule around here. What is it, friends? We don't let other people read LEMs. Those suck. They just really do.
I did hear that the Kona study guide
Uh-huh.
lowers blood pressure.
Yes. We actually had a student let us know that his blood pressure has decreased since getting the Series 65 study guide. He was really seriously having high blood pressure and anxiety as he was going through the another LEM. And he was like, "Oh, thank God I don't have to do that because this thing really sucks." So, but he got onto the Kona and he got into the techniques and the content. And I like last night I went into it, but here's the thing. The difference between Kona and everybody else that's come along and wherever you get content, whatnot. The main thing about the what we do here is what, Brandy?
Is we teach you how to pass. We teach you how to pass exams.
Pass a dang exam. So if you're brand new to this thing, if you haven't watched this thing before, I want your mind straight. I want your mind in that mode. I'm just here to pass a dang exam. You can
Or
you
two or
could
three or four.
you can switch out dang with whatever superlative you like to use. I for one have a sailor's mouth. I never was in the Navy, but I got the language down.
I was gonna say you wouldn't know it by your language.
All I'm saying is you could use whatever you got to do to get yourself motivated, amped up, charged up, really ready to get this thing. But on tonight, we talk like Philip Rivers. You know, he never cuss.
I've heard.
And his 15 kids, I think one of them had a kid, so now he's a granddad. Crazy. Anyways, back on track. We want you to get this dang thing done. We want you to get a pass notice, get a pass notice. And one of the main things that we talk about on getting it done is the techniques. Look, we're the only ones that show you how to get something right without knowing a dang thing. If you can add that to your arsenal of content knowledge that you have, or however you're approaching these exams, you're going to get that extra 10%. We've talked about it last night. The difference between everybody else is they're all how many people do you know or yourself know have landed in that 60% almost had a pass notice land. It is almost like a void that you can't avoid, right? It's almost like, but that's because they don't have what we have. They don't have the mastery, the exam mastery that we have. Speaking of which, is tomorrow. If you are a member, you need to be in that Zoom tomorrow. Brandy goes over it, doing a live quiz. What quiz are we doing tomorrow? 3065?
No, I don't know.
You never know. Probably a 65. She loves to do series 65s in those live quizzes
Sneak them in there.
because people mentally think that that's like, oh, you can't do those kinds of things on the 65. Brady's all hold my coffee.
Water, coffee.
Hold my coffee. Let me show you how to get this thing done without having to know anything, right?
Yeah.
And she does. And she does. And she shows you. And that live exam mastery tomorrow, Friday, make sure you check your email that goes from Patreon or you have signed up with Patreon. So that way you get that reminder. And then that way you can be in those sessions, those live exam sessions. We do record them so you can watch them after, but you really don't get the magic unless you're there to interact. Brandy is making people work in those live exams sessions, from what I understand.
All good things.
All good things. Diana was there. She had to work today. And she loved it. She was like, all right, this is cool. And it's interactive. So be in there. Brandy's really showing you how to master exam taking so you can get a pass notice. Doesn't matter what exam it is. It doesn't matter what question it is. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. We teach this stuff to our kids who are in high school. They get called into the office for cheating. They just be like, bro, it's test taking techniques. And then we show them. And then the teachers are like, well, dang.
Where have you been all our lives?
Right. Can we do this on the state exams? Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Course videos, live exam sessions, all member sessions, small group tutoring, all these different options, 50 to 500, just depends how much you want Brandy in your life. That's the choice you need to make. Books for sale, SIE 663, 65, 26. SIE and the 65 are interactive. If you are a member, there is video links that will play within that book if you leave it in PDF form, in that electronic form. Kona community on the Discord, post questions, get answers. It is a lot of great people on there helping each other out. Hey, you might be taking a quiz this weekend. Get stuck.
Yeah.
You need some help.
Yeah.
Send a screenshot.
That's right.
Brandy's got you. 951-290-3077 or scan the QR code, hit the links, give me a call, give me a text. Or if you're one of those folks that loves emailing, KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. You can hit me over there. Also, Instagram, Kona Hall of Fame. Check out all the Hall of Fame members over there. Check out their testimonials. Right?
Yes.
All right. I don't know what you did.
I moved.
All right. So show the schedule for tomorrow. Kona Study Hall, basic, just study with Brandy in the morning, all members, 10 a.m. Bring up a quiz of your own. Get stuck on question number 40. Raise your hand. Brandy goes, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And then you go, hey, question 40 sucks. So what is it?
And I go, yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Let me show you how to do it without knowing anything. And let me show you how to use it with content. Boom. Oh, is that what I needed to know?
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Move on. Get yourself another cup of coffee. All right. Kona exam mastery is right after that. Brandy gives you the ins and outs of that live quiz, helping you out. 26 live right after. And then bam, bam, bam. That's what we got going for the live sessions tomorrow. In those 26 lives, some people are like, is that day one? Y'all are missing the point of how Kona works. You do day ones on yourselves. We ain't doing course material with you. You can do that on your own time, day, night, whenever you need to fit that in. Same with 65, 63, 26, 6. It doesn't matter what it is. You do that on your own. In those exam mastery sessions, a specific for that 26, Brandy's going after stuff that you need specific help with that really helps you push you over that edge to get, remember, we're talking about that 10% that pushes you over into that pass notice area. That's what we're working on there.
Yep.
You might be in the wrong. You might be thinking way too heavy. You might be thinking a little too much on these certain topics. Brandy reels it in, cuts it off, says, look, you want to pass notice or not?
Right.
And then they go, yeah. All right. Stop doing that.
This is how we do it.
Then she says, put a rubber band around your wrist, and every time you think too much, snap it really hard. No, she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's keep it moving, because this is the 30 minutes of free that we do Monday through Thursday. So if you guys got finish the night out. And then after the brew, you can ask questions on whatever you got. It doesn't matter. But during this session, we help you out for 30 minutes. We give you a little bit of some questions. We're going to break them down. We're going to show you some content, a little bit of techniques, give you an idea, a little taste of what we do in those exam masteries. But the most important thing is for you to add these to your quiz. Watch how Brandy breaks this stuff down. Like if you were playing basketball, right? You'd be watching Kobe play, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, should I pick like a newer player?
No. Steph Curry, you could do that.
He's hurt. He's
okay, but
I got you. Steph Curry. if you want to play basketball, you're gonna watch Steph Curry, right? You're gonna take notes. You're gonna see how he's got that swagger, how he goes and plays that position, how he just drops back and hits those threes, right, over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're gonna do with Brandy tonight. You're gonna watch her drop back, hit them threes over and over again, and then you're gonna go do that on your own. You got to kind of see how it's done, and then you go and do that. Use those drills, use those things the way Brandy does it. Tonight, we're gonna do a little bit of content, a lot of techniques, but it's gonna be 6 questions, 6 different exams. You ready to go, Brandy?
Yes.
Let's get down.
Yeah.
Let's break it down like Charlie Brown.
All right, guys. So, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I've got a capital loss. I've got no effect, investment income, and a capital gain. So right there is my opposites, right? So I'm going to focus right here, my opposites, right? I'm going to focus there. And it says capital loss occurs if cost basis is greater than the tender price. I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. I had to think this out. So this is going to be like, I'm going to put it in quotes, sold, and this is going to be my buy, right? So if my buy is higher than what I sold it for, yep, that's true. That's a true statement. Does that make sense? I'm not saying it's the answer. I'm saying it's the true statement. Okay. Because a capital gain occurs if the cost basis, right? We said it up there by sold cost basis. What I bought it for is higher than the sold price. That is not a gain.
No.
No, this is not a legit answer. So
we haven't even looked at the questions yet.
Haven't looked at the questions, and A just seems like the right answer because if I'm going by based on techniques, which we teach on Tuesday nights, right? It probably is going to be A or D, and D doesn't make sense, and A does. Let's go check that question. It says shareholders that tender their shares in a tender offer experience which of the following tax consequence? Guys, it's A. So we knew the answer before we saw it.
Before we saw the question. The question is merely just there to confirm that we are right.
And it wasn't even securities knowledge that we needed there. That's
Don't
anything.
Need it. That's anything. That's everything and anything.
That's
boom.
Boom. Done. Move on.
Look, and the more you do this, the faster you get at this.
Right.
Just like anything else.
Keep your mind open, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's Burger King burgers and you're sitting on the line making burgers, dude. Like you're gonna be slow and then you get faster.
Right. And you have burgers tonight, not from Burger King.
My burgers are amazing.
All right. So we have out of the money. Get out of here. Right. We have in the money. Go in. We have at parity. This is equal, but you have to be, it's kind of the same. Kind of the same. Not similar, not opposite, kind of the same. And at the money is equal. Okay. Now look.
What do we say about things that are the same thing?
Probably not.
Probably not the answer.
Right. Now, I'm going to be real with you. We're going to look at this question and we're going to break it down with using very light, what do I want to say, content. Okay. So I'm going to look at the question. The first thing I see, this is obviously an options question.
Right.
First thing I see is I'm looking. Look at, guys, I'm not even paying attention to any of this yet. I'm just looking at the fact that it's a put. So I'm going to draw my arrow down. Okay. I'm a visual person. So I like this, right? Some people can memorize a lot. I'm going to do it this way because I'm a visual person. And every time I try to keep it in my head, I'm wrong. Right.
And they give you a scrap paper anyway.
Yes. So 30 is my strike. That's what it says under that circle. 30 is my strike. It's trading at 40. This is out. It's out of the money. It's not following the arrow. So I'm out of the money. So I'm out of the money. There you go. See, some people are like me. They have to draw it out. It's just something about it. It helps me think it out without thinking it out. It helps me think without thinking too hard.
Why is it out of the money? Just for the people that are slower?
Oh, because the price, because the current market value is higher than the strike. So that means that this is out of the money in a put because it's higher. The arrow down tells us that it needs to be lower.
Right. It needs to be below 30 to be in.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's higher than the mark. We're out.
Right. We're not going to exercise this. Not yet.
Simplicity.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Why do people get those wrong? They don't mark it up.
Right. Okay. So 500 shares, that's a lot of shares. 5 shares, it's a little bit of shares. It's a lot. Okay, guys, look. If you have been studying enough, and I'm going to focus here, why? Because they both say 500, but there's a different price, right? So these are my opposite or my similars. Okay, so I'm going to focus there. We've been doing this for so long. No, that's the wrong way to say it. That's not what I mean. What I mean is this:
1,101 times.
if you if you've been paying attention to your quizzes, anytime that they talk about a certain number of shares, it's in the hundreds. Think about this for a second. It's not going to be 1750. That's a weird number. And it's definitely not going to be 5. We usually talk about it in hundreds. So that right there kind of eliminates B and C.
Not going to be 3 shares.
No, we don't usually talk like that. It's always in hundreds, right? So 500, 500. So this is probably going to be a bid ask, just like Diana says in the chat. So I'm going to go into the question. That's complicated. Okay, guys, I looked up what a real quote looks like in real life. It certainly 1000% does not look like that. In fact, it actually would look like this: 17 bid by 500, and it'll be 1750 ask 500. That is literally what it would tell you. That's a real quote right there. It's confusing, I know. So I have this cute, yes, I did say cute. I have this cute little way of
Man, they
memorizing.
really try to throw you off in this question.
Yes, because I've never seen a quiz question with it quoted that way. So I was like, I want to go look up what they look like. They don't look like that. Okay, so bid is what the investor sells at. And this is what the broker dealer is going to buy at. This is you taking your car in. You're going to sell your car. Your car to sell. Okay. Sorry, I'm writing fast. So ask is going to be opposite. It's going to be opposite of everything we just wrote. This is what the investor is going to pay. This is what the broker dealer is going to sell at. This is you buying a car, a used car. Simple?
Yes.
Let's go match up in the question. Blah, 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 blah. A customer, and switch my color so you guys can see, able to sell. That's the bid. That's the 17. That's the 17. That's the answer. Surface level, no thinking. Very little content. Memorize that. That's it. Memorize that. And then you just go match it up.
Do you know where you get that information, how to memorize that? Scan the QR code, hit the links, get one of our study guides. Brandy has it in there.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just simplified, just like that. How do you win in it? Just like that.
Mhm.
How do you remember it? Just like that.
Easy. Easy peasy.
Move on to the next.
Yes. Oh, numbers. I hate numbers. I'm with you. I hate numbers too. So 25 is pretty even. 27, 25, 24. Okay, so 27, 20 is the highest number. 24, 45 is the lowest number. And this is the third number. So if I were to write it, right? 24, 45, 25, 25, 55, 27, 20. It's the third number. Now, guys, there's no science to back this up. But there's been too many examples to ignore.
Right.
That number, I'm not saying all the time, but too many times. If I have to guess, if I don't want to do any math,
You might be in a pinch.
you might be your time might be ticking.
Oh, you know what happened? You went out of the testing center to the bathroom, had to go through security again. You got very little time left to finish the exam. Almost out. Clock is running.
Right? And like the pressure's on, right? And then you get to a question that looks like this, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I buy 400 shares. It's $25 a share. There's a commission of $220. What's the adjusted cost base?
No
Oh
idea.
my gosh, I don't know what to do.
I'm going third
Okay,
highest B.
so I'm gonna go 400, right? You're tight. Stop. Just pick the third highest. If you don't know what to do anyways, just pick the third. And honestly, guys, look at this. I paid $25 because I bought it. I paid that, so it's going to adjust up, and it's going to be by boop, just a little boop up. That's the price, anyways. I don't know the math behind it.
You do, but you're not going to show it. Don't need it.
It just says boop.
You don't need any math for that. Main thing is, you're running out of time. Heart's pounding, head's hurting. Don't know if you left enough water for the kids. Don't know if the dogs are out.
There you go. Third number. Can't explain it, but it works. Street, short covered, long, short. Now, some people are going to say, well, that's 2 words.
Yes.
There's a short here. There's a short here. These 2 are opposite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where the little bit of content comes in this particular question. Long means I bought it. I own it. And short means I borrowed to sell.
Does street mean like the street price? Like if I was gonna go get a Rolex from Rolex, there's that store price, and then there's the dude with the overcoat price.
He opens up his trench coat.
Open up his trench coat.
Would you like
I got a
some
Rolex.
socks? Like some socks? No.
Socks? Why are you buying socks?
Stocks.
Oh.
Because securities.
I was like, why are you buying socks
like
from a dude on the street?
Would you like a bond? Would you like a stock?
Got it.
Anyways. No, this is street name, which is in broker dealer. But you could say in a dealer's name.
Yeah, got you. Like
Right.
your name is Phil, but some reason your name is Spanky. It's your street name.
Held by KB brokers for benefit of Mr. Client.
Got it.
All right. Oh, so many words. Let's go scan this thing. I'm looking for buy or own. I'm looking for buy or sold. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's all I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to get my highlighter out. Okay. Client has requested for her firm to sell 2,500 shares common stock. The stock is being held in street name with the client's account. Does that sound like she sold it, or does that sound like she owns it?
Sounds like she already owns it.
She already owns it. What's it going to be marked? She owns it. She
Right.
owns it. That's it. It's going to be marked. She owns it. That's where it's coming from. That's it.
Street name owns.
Yeah. All right. Last one, I believe. Peak. I hit the top of the mountain. Right? I hit a peak. We all know what a peak means.
Yes.
Trough. It's like that little thing.
Where piggies eat.
Yeah, it's at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Trough is at the bottom. A recession, complicated. Or complicated. Or you could say this is that 2 quarters.
I love recession. Complicated.
It's just complicated. Peak, look at peak, top of a mountain.
What's our
Trough.
What's our economy right now? Complicated.
Okay, if anybody says, "Oh, this is easy to understand," you're lying. That is
I
not.
think that's going to be my answer all the time.
Our economy has been complicated since 2020.
It's complicated.
It's just complicated. What's your relationship? It's complicated.
I love it.
That's your Facebook official opinion?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So peak, top of a mountain, right? Trough is where the piggies eat out of. It's at the bottom. Recession, too much to put there. Like there's a lot, right? And recovery, that's happy, right? We're recovering. Yay.
We're sore.
We're sore. But we're recovering. Does that make sense? Guys, that's not
That's how I feel
securities.
right now.
That's here. I'm gonna erase the 2 quarters. Look, that's not securities content.
No, that could
It's
be
not.
workout recovery. could be relationship recovery.
All right, let's go to the question. Okay. A period of business activity that's marked by increased production as supply is attempting, we haven't hit the peak or the bottom.
No,
It's moving,
it's going up.
attempting to catch up with increasing demand. I don't know about you guys,
That's good.
but that sounds good. I'm happy. There's an increased demand. I'm producing.
Yeah,
That means
I feel like I'm the Jeffersons right
I'm
now.
in recovery mode. The other
Moving on up.
the other thing, look at this. R-E, R-E. I know, but dude, this works. I didn't see answer. Did I say it right? R-E? Did I say that? Or did I say E-R?
I don't know.
Anyways,
We made it.
boom.
We did it.
We did it. We
Now I
did
feel like I'm in recovery.
it.
All right, that was it. That's all. That's all we got. That's it, folks.
That was
We made
6
it.
questions.
We were done. Michelle says RE.
Okay, good. I said it right.
You did say it.
Sometimes I don't know what I say.
That's all we got. But you know what? It doesn't have to end there because in our members, we have the exam mastery tomorrow. Brandy goes over it in more,
Wait,
way more detail. How do we make these observations? How did you know that, Brandy? How did you grab that? How did we do that all tomorrow? Brandy does that.
show you the magic.
Shows you how basically going to Hogwarts.
Yes.
Basically going to, I don't know. All I know is you got to be there. Check your emails. It doesn't matter. You know, if you're doing whatever you're doing, guys, get in that exam mastery. Get in there. Learn really what the difference is with Kona with that exam mastery. It'll help you out with those scores. It'll help you out on focusing on what you need to focus on and not thinking too dang much. That is the problem. I want to leave you with this weekend, because this is the last of the free this week. We do not do Studying Brew on Friday, so we'll be back with the free on Monday. Members are tomorrow. But I will say this, no matter what, do not stop. The main problem with most people studying is they have a weekend problem. They stop during the weekend. They feel like I've earned it. I worked hard all week. I don't need to. I studied Monday through Friday. I'm not doing anything Saturday and Sunday because I need a rest day. There is no rest days. This is your business. This is your family. This is your circle. This is everything. Get in there. They can't wait for you to be licensed to help people, right? So keep that. Look at your why, make it happen. And if you have a complicated, much like the economy, right? If you have a complicated weekend with lots of things going on, guess what? Do it in the morning, wake up early, make it the first thing you do. Then you have the rest of the day to be complicated all you want.
There you go.
There you go. Easy as that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. All I know is nothing can happen unless you stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friends' faces. All I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you all so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Practice these techniques in your quizzes. We will see you guys next time. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.